So today I wanted to do a video on how to depot eyeshadows. I normally depot my MAC eyeshadows. I have depotted like Urban Decay palettes, and for this video I'm just going to show you how to depot the MAC eyeshadows. It's fairly the same how-to, but just for the palettes, obviously you're going to have to get around the packaging and everything. So I'm basically going to show you how to get your eyeshadows from this form into this form where it is a lot more convenient, and I just find to be a lot more travel friendly rather than taking these individual eyeshadows everywhere with you. So there are several options as far as placing your single eyeshadows into a larger palette, and BH Cosmetics has one. It's their 15 color palette eyeshadow. They have that magnetic backing on them, and so you just pop them in there once you depot them. Glam RX, we got these in our Ipsy bags, and although it's fairly small, it's very, travel friendly. If you're like a weekend type of getaway, you only need a few eyeshadows, or if you want to place this in your purse. So normally I like to depot my eyeshadows and place them into these Z palettes. I purchased these from iMovie, but you can purchase them online at zpalette.com. I'll link everything down below. I purchased mine at iMovie, and so I got a pretty good discount on my Z palettes. And that's the reason why I mainly depot, is because I like to see things kind of in an array. And if I have it in these types of palettes, then I'm more likely to use the eyeshadows because then it's all laid out. So the other things that you will need are a flat iron. Just a typical flat iron will do, as long as it has obviously the flat portion. Your single compact individual eyeshadows. You'll also need tweezers, some kind of old tweezers that you won't need anymore because they will get fairly bent up, or a knife of some sort. You'll also need wax paper that are cut into like 3x3 inch squares. And then these are probably the best things I have ever used. They are from Z Palette, and they normally come in the Z palettes when you purchase the Z palettes. So basically it's just a metal. It's just cut into a circular shape, and then on one side is the middle portion, and then the other side is the adhesive to stick onto the back of your eyeshadows. So that's basically what you'll need, and we'll go ahead and get started. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. So the very first thing you'll want to do is preheat your flat iron. I normally place it about 410 degrees. Then you'll take your eyeshadow pot, and in the front of the eyeshadow pot you'll notice an indent that runs along the length of the pot, and you're going to take your tweezers or your knife, and you're going to wedge your tweezers into that and wiggle it around until the pot pops out. Now go ahead and take your preheated flat iron and your wax paper and place the eyeshadow on top of the wax paper, right on top of the plate. You'll leave it there for about 15 to 20 seconds or so. So what it's actually doing is it's kind of melting the adhesive that bonds the pan to the plastic. Go ahead and take it off and place it onto either a card or like a napkin, and you're going to place it upside down. Be careful because it is hot. Now take your tweezers and push down gently in the middle of that backing. And the backing is pretty much melted, so what's going to happen is you're pushing out the pan, and go ahead and insert your tweezers and try and pull that away from the pan. Again, being careful because it is still hot. Now go ahead and reinsert the backing back into the pot. As most of you might know, I do back to MAC, and if you're interested in information about back to MAC, let me know and I can do a separate video on that. I normally like to use the original label on the bottom of the eyeshadow pot. So how I do this is I take the eyeshadow pot and I place it downward so that the label is face downward. And I just kind of heat the label up so that way it's easy to remove. Now you'll be able to remove the bottom sticker or label without ripping it. Now go ahead and take your magnetic circles, or if you just have magnets, go ahead and place that onto the back of your pan. Now take the label and go ahead and place that right onto that metal or magnetic strip. It fits just perfectly. Now this is your final product in pan form. Go ahead and pop that into your eyeshadow palette. Like so. And that's it. Thanks for watching.